Greetings once again. We're back from vacation, and it's the two of us once more, Russ Hatfield, and my high-dimensional twin soul, Karra, who is also a member of Ashtar Command in her role as ambassador to Sirius. This is one of our discussions with Kornas, the base geneticist, on Side 1, and the girls on Side 2 we call Biorhythms Plus Bio Magnets and the Life Force. It's all Kornas on Side 1 as we go through an excellent discussion on biomagnets used in conjunction with a person's biorhythms to aid in rejuvenation that slows the aging process. It's too extensive to go into, but on Side 2, we have Karra discussing the Force in Star Wars, where we explore mental energy. Kiri gives a Coercion 101, while Wing Commander Taal stops by for a surprise channeling, and along with that, a side note is that the girlfriend he brought would one day be his bondmaid and mother of his son. A more detailed subscription can be found on our homepage at hadesbasenews.com. We invite you to subscribe to be kept informed of future postings on our YouTube channel from the members of Ashtar Command. And now we present our latest entry into the Ashtar Command archives, Biorhythms Plus Bio Magnets and the Life Force.
How's it going, love?
Absolutely excellent.
Well, good. Not juggled too much. I was gonna have a tape recorder on your back.
Oh, goody. So, what do you want to know, dude?
Wow. Yeah, we just start from anywhere. But since you're a mistress of ceremonies this evening, I assume we only have 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Punctuality. Punctuality in capital letters, I believe.
Well, then I assume you'll be back later on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll save all my questions for you for later on.
Okay. I'm not going just yet.
No, you've got a minute and 50 seconds.
Yeah.
So, how's Tia?
Oh, she's sleeping, I think would be the best way to put it. She's totally out to lunch.
So, passed out, probably a better way to say it.
Yeah, sedated. Little monsters.
They are adorable.
As soon as she started getting uncomfortable, I went, go on. Didn't want to be bitten again. As much as I love and adore Tia, I don't like to be bit.
Nice file her teeth down a little bit.
And clip her claws.
Clip her claw.
And get a spade so it doesn't happen again.
That might not be the best solution.
No, I don't think it would be.
She might object.
If I coerced her, she wouldn't have any say in the matter. That would not be on.
No, it wouldn't be.
Uh-huh.
She's a little bit put out, I'm afraid.
Yeah, she's a little bit wigged out. Is that the correct phrase?
Wigged out, yes, that works just fine.
Okay, right. Time's up. I've got to hand over.
Right. Enjoy, darling. We'll talk to you later.
Share and enjoy.
Share and enjoy.
Greetings and felicitations, Russ. Punctuality is always appreciated.
Our pleasure, perhaps. Please taking you.
Greetings.
Greetings indeed.
And I believe tonight's discussion is on biomagnetics.
Absolutely.
And the effects on biorhythms.
Correct. And the magnetic fields associated.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Let us proceed with measuring our words so that we can weigh each word with the necessary weight that it should hold.
Say weighty matter, I take it then?
An attempt at humour.
Sort of.
Interesting. Okay.
All right.
Now, biorhythms and biomagnets. Biorhythms go through a monthly cycle, approximately 2 weeks from one point to the high, from the low point to the high point, and then declining again.
Correct.
The effects with biomagnets is that it enhances the physical well-being of the 14th day, that you will feel at your best, the period of the day before, the day during, and the day after. Now, biomagnetics will help the body to achieve a better harmony. The balance necessary for maximum function of the body, created by biomagnetics, is the factor that will help to rejuvenate the body. The first step of rejuvenating the body with biomagnetics is a matter of diet. A nice balanced diet of vitamins, minerals, and necessary proteins. Carbohydrates are also useful, and also starches. The process to start off rejuvenation is to start by getting rid of any inflicted ailments. Then starting on a nice even diet of equal proportions as necessary for your function on the various food groups, with an intake of vitamins and minerals. Then, when you have achieved a good energy flow for the body, you will start on an exercise program by increasing the weight content of the muscles, building up the muscles by vigorous activities, but starting slowly as to not place too much stress on the body. This also has another effect of strengthening the bone structure, as more calcium for the bones will be produced, and therefore decreasing the aging effect on the bones, which after a time go brittle. A good example of bone structure being strengthened is in athletes. Needing a sound structure, athletes tend to have an active life and stronger bone structure in the areas that are used in their athletic pursuit. Now, the final phase is with biomagnets. Sleeping in a pure environment, so there is no harmful background radiation. You can then surround the individual with biomagnetic magnets in a nice evenly spaced pattern around them. north to south all the way. North running northwards, south running southward. As was mentioned last time, it is not necessary always to be aligned north-south, but with rejuvenation, it is. It will not rejuvenate you to a state 10 years previous or 20 years previous, but it will slow down the aging effect and reverse it on a minor scale. In your species, age is noticeable by wrinkling, hardening of the arteries, and myopsy. Myopsy is where the muscles of the eye and the eye itself becomes harder, so therefore glasses are necessary. Some people feel that glasses improve the individual. That is a matter of opinion. Also, another effect of the rejuvenation process is on hair loss. Hair will not be lost as rapidly, but it will grow more rapidly and even replace itself in areas where it has become less dense. Now, depending on the size of biomagnets and the pure environment chamber, meaning the environmental chamber of pure oxygen, no dust particles, no artificial materials. This chamber here would not be appropriate, as it would have to be surgically sterile also. So, now to deal with the size of the biomagnetic magnets. Depending on the desired effect, you will increase or decrease the size. We are aware that some of your species are very much preoccupied by appearances and the aging process. The aging process and its concern of what happens to the individual is frivolous, as healthy eating would render biomagnets inoperative or useless if the correct eating regime was instigated at an early age. So, to deal with the individual that is preoccupied with rejuvenation, who wishes a great effect, who would have larger biomagnets, ranging in size depending on their desire for rejuvenation. The state of rejuvenation is also a state of mind. To become young, you have to think young. With the aid of biomagnets as well, this would accelerate the rejuvenation process. The person may look 5 to 10 years younger depending on their age. Some people do not need to be rejuvenated, as they have a natural rejuvenation which unfortunately, after a length of time, fails to function correctly, and that is beyond repair at that stage. Somebody that may be 90 years old would appear to be 50 or 60 years old, and they may live to be 110 of your years. But by using biomagnets as well, you can increase the life expectancy. Now, to describe the apparatus. The apparatus for rejuvenation is quite simple. It is a clean, clinical environment with a nice, comfortable couch for your comfort and convenience. Biomagnetics of various sizes, again depending on the individual's desire for rejuvenation, would be appropriately used. A pure oxygen environment would also be helpful. The size of the biomagnetics would be starting off from about an inch in length by half an inch in width, placed next to the skin, or for a more dramatic effect, you would use larger magnets, depending on, again, the desire of the individual for an accelerated process. However, with accelerating rejuvenation process becomes a more dependency on a necessary reapplication on a regular basis, because by accelerating rejuvenation process, once it starts to wear off, the aging process reinserts itself and is accelerated to regain where the individual was. The rejuvenation of an accelerated patient is quite dramatic, but because of the decaying afterwards, it is also, again, very sad and dramatic. So it is always advisable, first of all, to talk the patient into using smaller biomagnets. So therefore the rejuvenation process takes longer and the effects will last longer also. Instead of maybe 6 months to a year, it may be 2.5 years to 5 years, and then it would have to be reapplied again. This is rejuvenation by biomagnets. There are other forms of rejuvenation which are much more spectacular and last longer. However, to disclose this would not be appropriate at this time. Now, do you have questions for me?
No, the biomagnetics working with the biorhythms, it's a 2-week period. So you want to catch the biorhythms at the appropriate time.
Yes.
How would you judge that time in that person?
You would study their high points and their low points over a period of time. 6 months to a year would be best.
And how would you get the information? Asking them?
You would ask them to keep a record of how they feel day by day. Are they happy? Do they feel energetic? Are they very active? Or do they feel tired, lethargic, and inactive? By mapping out a regular pattern, you will see that the biorhythms go through a cycle. And you will figure out the optimum time to start to apply the biomagnetics to interact with the biorhythms.
Now, using the biomagnetics in between this time when the peak period isn't happening, the results will be lessened but still there.
Correct. the individual will not feel as lethargic as normal. There are some exceptions to the rules, as there is to every rule.
So it'd be helpful to map out our biorhythms even out the biomagnets right now.
Correct. So therefore you would be able to place at the appropriate time when to apply the biomagnets to have the maximum effect.
Okay. Now there are graphs and stuff that can help you map out such things.
Yes.
So possibly finding something that's already been produced might be helpful.
Yes, that would be very useful.
Okay. Good. Look into that. Now then, you mentioned the fact that this would work well on, or you'd have to be able to get rid of the inflicted ailments.
Yes.
By that, would that mean things that have been caught, such as cancer, or something like, say, somebody broke a bone?
Things such as polluting the body with alcohol, drugs, anything that has a negative effect on the body that is self-inflicted for pleasure.
Oh, so they'd have to stop that.
If they have a problem with it.
Right.
Alcohol can be very useful to relax the body, to let off steam, but a regular indulgence in such habits, yes, to excess, where it is a regular occurrence that an individual may overindulge to the point of becoming addicted to the substance, is not recommended, because that negates any effect on the biomagnets, or it makes it harder for them to work.
Nice. Now, would or drinking a lot of water come in with this then?
Mineral water, various types of elixirs that we were working on just recently. These would help to get the energy balances back into a correct order.
Okay. Now, one thing on this is dealing with people who are wishing for rejuvenation or preoccupied with it. One of the main reasons for using this, as I can see right now, is not for such as rejuvenation, but more or less ailments that people have that are, say, chronic or problems.
A preoccupation with one's appearance can also be an ailment.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so now instead of rejuvenation, let's say somebody wanted to work on a defect in their bones.
You would apply the biomagnets along that area. Either side, if it is a limb, you would run the biomagnets down beside the afflicted area, one on each side, working your way down.
Okay. Would we still go through the same regimen as we're doing with rejuvenation, did I take it?
Yes, but modified.
In other words, in lesser amounts?
Yes. You see, to heal an area, it is necessary to have a correct frame of mind. A good analogy is the patient survived the operation but lacked the desire to recover.
So what we're talking about here is a mental rejuvenation to assist in the correction of his body.
Correct.
Then you can work on a rejuvenation of the body.
Correct.
I see. Good. Okay, now with the exercise program, are we talking sit-ups or is this just say go out for usual sports?
Going out for usual sports, to strengthen the bone structure, vigorous activities are necessary.
Like weightlifting or something?
Yes, to a certain extent. Weightlifting, jogging, anything that involves vigorous activity.
Yeah, so like a health spa.
Yes.
Okay. That might be the better bet too. All right, now then, with the calcium, I have understood that people can sometimes get excess calcium deposits and stuff.
Correct.
How is that avoided in the increase of calcium then?
Normally, as a rule, when you are working on increasing calcium, it is in the area that it needs increasing.
Oh, so the calcium will automatically go to the areas where it's needed.
Correct. It is produced reasonably naturally through the body. Occasionally, it will fall in areas, but as a rule, it will, if you are working on an arm, it will spread along the bone structure of that arm.
Okay. How do you know when you've reached a maximum and you've gone too much?
There is no such thing as a maximum
Oh, good.
because calcium is being replaced constantly. So therefore, when you're building up on an arm, you will reach a point where the balance of replacing is equal to that of loss.
Oh. And then it will come out in hair and follicles and
Correct.
get itself out.
Yes. Nails and so on.
Right. Excellent. Now, on the pure environment where it says no radiation, are we talking about radiation from radios or
We are talking about all forms of radiation.
there's solar radiation that comes through buildings and stuff?
That is an unfortunate factor. It is useful for improving the species, but for rejuvenation, it can be a little bit hampering.
So we're not talking lead shielded building here. It's just
No.
radiation of an artificial kind.
Yes.
Okay. Now what radiations would be found normally that I wouldn't assume are radiations?
Radiation from bedrock. Granite gives off radiation.
Oh.
Radiation from the wrong sort of lighting, fluorescent lighting, for example. Radiation from radios, magnets that would interrupt with the biomagnetic field.
I see. Oh, that's why. Because radiation interfere.
Correct.
I understand. Okay. Now then, how would the person feel different after a session?
The first session, there wouldn't be that noticeable difference. They may feel more energetic, but they will not notice any change to start off with. It is a gradual process, unless, of course, you go in for the accelerated process,
Right.
which we advise against due to the fact that anybody that wants to be accelerated will also have to pay the consequences afterwards.
Right. Okay. Now then, you don't add the biomagnetics till after you've gotten everything else set.
Correct.
Okay.
The reason why is because a frame of mind is created that aids the process of the biomagnets. Until the point where the mind and the body are in harmony, it is impractical to use biomagnets, as it would be a waste of time because the individual still has to deal with the problems that are self-inflicted and to deal with the day-to-day maintenance of getting in balance with the correct diet.
Nice.
You can use them at the same time as getting the body in shape, but it is negated by the necessary adjustments that have to be made. But once the adjustments have been made and accepted, then the rejuvenation process can actually start.
Now, would it be helpful then possibly to start using them beforehand just to get the mental process in line?
If you wish. But again, we must point out that the first steps are the necessary steps, and it would be impractical or waste of time to use them to have an individual lying down surrounded by biomagnets for an hour a day that is not ready yet. But if you wish to do it that way, that is acceptable.
Sort of psychological kind of thing.
Yes.
Get their psyche going in that direction so that when their body's ready for it, they've already got themselves ready to
Correct.
accept it as a thought. Now, they'll still get wrinkles and gray hair, I take it.
Yes, but it will not be as rapid.
Okay. All right. Now then, we're talking about a clean room here.
Yes.
Tough to construct.
But not impossible, I assume.
Right. So this would be farther down the line.
Yes.
Rejuvenation is ready. Right now, though, it might be helpful to go the lesser amount and just work on individual ailments.
Correct.
For rejuvenation.
Correct. For individual ailments, no special environment is needed, although it would be nice, as it would be a much better effect.
Right. Okay. Now then, their thoughts could throw the whole process off, I take it.
Not throw it off, slow it down. To achieve the necessary effect, it is useful to have a positive, healthy attitude. Some people may say that the person is rejuvenating themselves by having a positive mental attitude. But the biomagnets also interact on this and will achieve a much quicker effect than just by thinking oneself healthy and young.
Now, those people with natural rejuvenation abilities, this would merely enhance them.
Correct.
Okay, so one thing is that once they got to a point where their enhancement started slowing down, or I mean the rejuvenation started slowing down, this would pick up the
Correct. The necessary inactive capability to rejuvenate oneself.
Now, where they're going through not the accelerated program, how many treatments to last the 2.5 to 5 years, or is this treatments for 2.5 to 5 years?
This is treatment over a period of 6 months. And then starting from the final treatment on is the beginning of the 2.5 to 5 year span.
That's till they need it again.
Correct.
Okay, so that's 6 months. That's like an hour a week.
Correct.
Okay, good.
But with experimentation, you may be able to decrease the period of time.
So in other words, if they didn't come back after that 5 years, then, or the 2.5 years, the process would begin again, only in a faster pace?
Sorry, we do not understand.
Oh, I'm saying after that 6 months, they get their treatments. They go off 2.5 years later after after those treatments wear off, and they accelerate. Then the process begins again with aging,
Correct.
and only to come back even faster than it was before.
Not as fast, maybe at the same pace, but with the accelerated process, it would be more rapid.
Well, yeah, no point then of that. Otherwise,
Correct. If it was to return but accelerated after the period of time from the last treatment to the start of the new treatment, that would be undesirable and the individual would be better off never having received the treatment.
right. So it's best not to accelerate.
Correct.
Yeah. Now, is there a way to make the biomagnetics, or do they have to be manufactured somewhere else?
We do not believe that you have the capability to produce them.
I don't think so either.
Next question, please.
Okay, on the acceleration, once that they've started off an accelerated program, if they wanted that, then they'd have to be coming back a lot sooner than the 2.5 years.
Correct. We have already stated that it is for a lot less time.
Right.
6 months to a year.
This seems like 6 months is not an extreme amount of time.
No. So we must recommend the less of the two, the unaccelerated pace.
Now, if a person wants to say wear biomagnetics in their clothing, say,
Mm-hmm.
this would eliminate the biorhythmic cycle since they would be getting treatment no matter what point.
No. It would decrease the lows, but it would not do away with them totally.
Okay. So you would need to find that period.
Correct.
Okay. Now then, we discussed before the place of individual magnets upon the various ailments that the body has.
Yes.
Now, without the biorhythms, how effective would this be?
Moderate. A moderate improvement. But in harmony with the biorhythms, it is much more effective.
Okay. Now then, with the biorhythms, would a person merely be able to look at a 2-week period and they had a really great day, say that's the day it is, and then look at the next 2 weeks and
Correct.
so your best bet start on a really great day and then watch the next 2 weeks.
Correct.
And at the end of that 2 weeks, if you have another great day, you found your biorhythm.
Correct. Well, in actual fact, you should be at the end of the 2 weeks at the low point, starting to climb back up out.
Oh, I see.
From a high point back to a high point takes approximately 28 days, 28 to 30 days.
Now, why is that? Why does the biorhythms so affect the body as much as they do?
It is because of the energy of the individual and the planetary energy in conjunction with the celestial energy and pull of the gravity of the moon. Unfortunately, I cannot give you a detailed explanation as I am not an astronomer.
So, looking at the way the planets affect a person
Mm-hmm.
would give a clue also as when might be a good time to use them.
Not planets, the moon, your nearest celestial neighbor.
With the Earth's magnetism working as it does,
Mm-hmm.
we discussed using a pyramid with this as increasing the effectiveness of it.
I'll have to get back to you on that as I'm still running the program through my computer.
Okay.
It seems to be taking a little bit longer than I wanted it to.
Now, how about working with a ley line? Same problem?
Yes, same problem, I'm afraid.
Okay.
The computer models are very detailed and precise.
Okay. Now then, hold off then on making an order for this until the computer models are complete. We'll go ahead and start working on the.
That is your decision.
Alright. Now then, besides biomagnetics, there's still quite a number of ways to work with the body without them to find rejuvenation then, as you mentioned.
Yes.
We're not ready to discuss that.
No, not yet.
Okay. Could working with crystals, though, be something that could be started in the meantime?
Yes.
Okay. Now, crystals working on a magnetic frequency, as we were talking about with the healing parts and being in frequency.
Mm-hmm.
Could you use crystals in a similar manner as biomagnetics?
You could use them in conjunction with biomagnetics.
Oh. Okay. And how would that work?
Um,
And how would that be used in conjunction with?
you would place them underneath the subject within the apparatus itself.
Now, what if a person laying on a biomagnetic, say, blanket,
Mm-hmm.
and you took a crystal and you worked on the person's problem that they had? Would the magnetic force that you're employing with the crystal then work in conjunction also with the magnetics of the biomagnetics?
Yes.
Would it work in such that the polarities would be enhanced?
Yes, by a noticeable amount.
Mhm. Okay. So in other words, what you're doing is you're forming a circuit.
Correct. It is like a electronic instrument.
See, so they're laying on a field,
Mm-hmm.
essentially,
Yes.
and you're placing on top of that a directed field from the crystal.
Yes.
Therefore, you're aligning up those sections of the body that work with the magnetics, of the biomagnetics.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Now, their mind could be programmed, they could be programming their mind at the same time to assist you with this.
Correct. It is a mental attitude which is the most important thing.
Okay. So a little prompting, biomagnetics, and a crystal
Mm-hmm.
could get some visible results
In a short time.
pretty short time. Okay. And if possible, could we add into the computer model then the pyramid?
That has already been programmed in. We tried to anticipate questions.
Well, we've had a lot of experience working on this stuff, so I'm sure you knew exactly what I'd be asking, more or less. Kind of.
Yes.
Okay. Now, lastly, Um, would an assistant or two working in conjunction be even more effective if all worked in harmony?
In harmony, yes. One assistant may be better than two, depending on the individual. It is a matter of generating the correct mental attitude, which sometimes is picked up subconsciously by the patient. Somebody that has the capability to change and match other people's frequencies is a much better assistant than somebody that works on a very narrow spectrum of frequencies.
So that would give me an idea of what to look for in such a thing.
Yes, somebody that can operate on many frequencies.
If this be an empathic?
Yes, somebody with empathic capabilities and healing also.
Empathic and?
Yes.
Okay. Would a telepathic communication be necessary at that point?
Depending on the extent of the ailment. Also, something that would be useful would be to generate a nice environment with various types of relaxing music, which would also help the assistant and the patient. Nice soothing music that both find soothing. Not necessarily this loud, raucous music that some enjoy, but music that is nice and peaceful and relaxing.
So, like maybe a tape of some ocean waves break down the shore.
Yes, possibly, but with music as well.
Wow, that's just a background, is it?
Yes, but of a nice, nice environment as well.
And lighting, would it be lowered?
Yes, lower lighting levels.
Okay. And how about such as say candles too low?
Yes, too low, and again the problem with radiation.
Radiation from candles?
Yes. A quick attempt at humor. Sometime down the road in the future, here is in the. Yeah, we monitored that the body is giving off fluid slightly.
Oh, good.
Sweating.
Well, thank you very much for your assistance today in the building of our walkway.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking good.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to work with the channeler. He's very stubborn. You know?
I've never noticed.
Oh, okay. Regards his mental frequencies very carefully.
Well, like I know.
Ah.
Okay, let's talk about America and the healing upon a certain shoulder this evening. Critique or how'd it go?
Well, okay.
Okay.
You were massaging, correct? Maybe a little bit deeper. Deeper penetration,
Okay.
but not too deep. So you don't want to inflict pain.
Right. Now, when I was working on it, she first complained that she was having problem in her shoulder.
Yes.
So when I closed my eyes and started working the shoulder on the massage at first, and as I worked on the back, I realized I could almost see the fact that the pain was in the back of the shoulder. Came around to the front, and just as I came through to the forward part of it, she says, "Yes, that's where the pain was." And at that point, I sent through energy in a kind of general infusion, you might say.
Yeah.
And from there, her shoulder increased much more in its flexibility and less pain.
You see, sometimes pain is a manifestation in a different part of the body of where the ailment is. You see, somebody hurts their lower back, they tend to be more upright and put more pressure on their shoulders, which gives the appearance of that's where the problem is. Yeah, my shoulder hurts, when in actual fact the damage is actually somewhere else within that general vicinity. See, smart, aren't I?
No, I'm smart. No, she said she hit her shoulders.
Yeah, but more than likely that's where the damage was.
Okay. Now, working with Calvin the other night. Okay. Thank you for the tip on the energy. And I noticed quite a difference in the use of energies there than we worked on Mark's knee.
Yeah. You have to tune into a different frequency, and also that Kelvin is of a different species also.
True. But at the same time, the energy I worked with on Mark's knee was not a physical energy as such. It was more mental energy.
Yes.
Now, the energy I worked with when I worked on Calvin was strictly physical. The energy came out pulsing out of the crystal. For some reason, that felt more like the way it should have been, the energy I used on his knee.
We are working you up to better levels of using crystals.
Oh, so. Okay, and the use of that energy then, is this something that is a better form of energy?
Yes, it is. Why is your recording instrument making a tapping sound?
She could work.
Oh, I was wondering if it wasn't working properly.
Come see.
That sounds better.
So excited.
Oh, well,
Okay.
not to worry.
That looks better. Alright. Now then. The point I want to work on right now is, in fact, that same energy level, or that kind of energy, because that's what I'll be working on this evening as far as question.
Okay.
Now then, as a youngster, laying in bed, I used to put my arm up and then practice manifesting energy to keep that arm up.
Yes, applying opposite energy to keep it in place.
Correct. That's new to you, of course. But now that was the key to finding the correct form of energy to use.
Yeah.
The fact that now I understand what energy it was that I played with. That now I can take as serious matter.
Yeah.
Alright. Now then. What is this energy I'm using and why is it different from what I've used before?
It is the collective energy. It is the energy that everything produces. Yes, you could say. Let's see if I can do this right. It is force that surrounds us. You, me, the tree, that rock there. Luminous beings, not this crude stuff. Did I do good?
You did great.
I didn't sound like Jabba the Hutt, though, did it?
No, but luckily you sound a little bit more like Yoda.
Yoda? Oh, sorry. I was confusing Jabba the Hutt with Yoda.
Fred Java wouldn't do much work of energy.
Yes, true.
Okay. Now, this energy then,
Mm-hmm.
what part of it do I contribute? And how is it that I'm able to then channel into that?
You supply the life energy, the life force that you generate, as well as mental energy, which is blended naturally.
Okay.
And you supply the bulk of the energy, which attracts other types of energy.
I don't understand. Okay. I'm directing, or it's drawing from me, physical and mental energy I produce.
Yes. And that attracts the energies that surround you, the energies of other beings that are there for the use, for the collecting, the energy of all living beings.
So this energy, in essence, is sentiment form of moment.
No, it is just crude energy that is attracted to your energy and everybody else's energy. But it is also generated by them. Everything generates two types of energy. The energy force that surrounds it, or surrounds them, like this feline, there is an energy force that surrounds her. It is hers. Also, she generates energy which is free for the taking.
How do you discern between the two? Or the same thing?
They're basically the same thing as the other one. It's just excess energy.
So when a person is feeling drained of energy, that means that their energy that excess has been used, and now it's being drawn upon the energy that surrounds them.
Correct.
So how do you use the energy that is in excess and not the energy that surrounds them? How do you tell the difference in gut or?
Because you'll start to feel lack of energy. You'll start to feel tired.
What if using somebody else's?
They will start to feel tired. You could say that you become a vampire.
Ah, see. There's no set amount of energy that is produced.
Yes. It is literally the excess energy. Sometimes it can be a lot, and sometimes it can be a little.
Oh, so you can tell the difference by how, say, like hyper is.
Mm-hmm. Somebody such as a channeler, which can be very hyper, gives off a lot of energy, which is actually noticeable to some people.
Mm.
Some people do complain of excess energy.
So is it helpful to relieve them of that excess energy at that point?
Sometimes yes, because when somebody is hyper, I believe the channeler can be hyper for 3 to 4 days at a time and then loses all energy and needs a long period of time to recover. But if you were to siphon off some of that energy, then his lack of energy wouldn't be as noticeable to him, and he would be able to recover quicker.
What do you do with the energy once you've siphoned it off? Direct it?
What do you want to do with it?
Question.
Correct. Do you yourself want to be hyper?
Nah,
It's useful sometimes.
I suppose so.
Perhaps you could siphon it off to go fast cycling.
It's a quick.
Very thoughtful sometimes.
Okay, I understand. Now, can you store this energy then?
Only for a limited time.
That's what I thought. It's not really a battery you can toss it into.
No.
Like, here. So you pull it and go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I believe we've discussed this in the past, if my memory is correct. Okay. Okay. When you 19 years, you not be so sharp.
Oh, let's hope so. He'll be rejuvenated.
Mm-hmm.
Now that working with this energy, it's a new feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So practicing with it would be practical right now.
No, it'd be useful, fun. I'd be able to have lots of laughing and giggling.
Okay. I noticed this morning when I went there for a short period I was up there that you gave me the tip on using it on my far side.
Yeah.
And so this is actually forming a body of astral matter out of that energy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so instead of using my typical astral body, which is somewhat insubstantial, except in certain periods where I can get a little bit more silent, by using this new form of energy, I can develop a better astral body.
Yeah. And you can suck in more energy because you will have more energy. So therefore, you'll be able to go solid for a longer period of time. And we'll be able to please each other for a longer period of time.
Now, this is the key in that we're by sucking up more energy, it is now sucking up more of this particular energy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Some people do it subconsciously without realizing. People of exceptional capabilities live.
And so I've been trying to force a mythical kind of energy into me, but actually all of it was right there.
But you're learning, that's the most important thing. Those people that do it subconsciously sometimes don't learn because they don't need to learn it. But it is useful to learn just in case you lose the capability.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, plans for this evening when you get up here. We will go down and you can talk to the kittens whilst I sit by on the sidelines and monitor and talk to Tia when she wakes up.
Okay. I'll again talk to Kate and see if she was asleep.
I simply will wait until she wakes up.
Uh-oh.
But she is sedated at the moment, so the kittens may be awake, but confused by the lack of mental input from their mother.
Okay. Well, practice with this new kind of energy. Get there. Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I'll let you get the same time.
Okay. Talk to Tia and more to you. Piece of cake. Easy as cake. Calm. At 3.1427.
Oh, God. It's the worst having a cheeseburger girlfriend. Bondmaid.
Miss Responding Partner.
Yeah.
Mate, call me what you want to, but don't call me ugly.
Never.
And I'll call you in the morning. Okay, I suppose I better hand back over to little sis.
Later.
Unfortunately, we won't have Cortron or Mole as they're still working on other projects.
Yeah?
But I think it might be the same one. They were in a council meeting. I think this is a different kind of meeting. They are pretty busy at the moment.
This must be bugging the hell out of me.
Mm,
Not gonna get to the usual session, having to work.
well, maybe it is a respite for them temporarily, but I think not. Okay, we'll hand back to little sis.
Alright, and I'll see you in a little while.
And she is another good example of somebody having excess energy.
I'll drain some.
You could try, I suppose. Okay.
Alright, sweetheart, I'll see you in a little while, okay?
Excess energy. Ha.
I know. Okay. Coercion. This is yourself. We're gonna work on coercion soon.
Oh, goody. Uh-huh.
Coercion and energy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as I'm sure you were monitoring the last conversation with the Darlin system.
Actually, I was feeding.
Oh.
No, I could figure out. I'm a smart girl too, you know.
Okay. The energy that we're dealing with is, let's call it the force.
Mm-hmm.
Defines it, refers it from other energies we've used before.
Mm-hmm.
This being a more controllable and yet more tangible form of energy
Mm-hmm.
is one of the keys to proper coercion, I assume.
Yes,
Okay.
because you are connecting with the other person's energy field and manipulating, which in turn manipulates them, because you have to get into the mind to manipulate their energy.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this force
Yes.
is a very powerful form of energy.
Yes. Very raw and potent as well, I believe.
And so the term that comes up, or the phrase from a famous historian, in which it was said that power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolute.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, it's not the use of the energy that is important, or how it's not the being able to use it, but how it is used,
Yeah.
and not abused.
Correct. Clever, aren't I? I look very serious.
Very studious.
Mm-hmm. And on chin.
Now, I'm getting the effect of the reasoning here
Mm-hmm.
that you know the story of Maxis and Maxis, I take it.
Mm-hmm.
That Maxis was not such a bad guy after.
No.
In fact, could probably be quite a suave charmer.
Mm-hmm.
But the being able to control this raw power.
He was corrupted, presumably. I'm only saying presumably because I don't really know that well. I know the story of the two brothers.
I'm pretty sure you're right on the mark there.
Mm-hmm.
But even after being corrupted, he's still being a pretty suave, charming kind of guy.
Oh, yeah. You cannot change somebody totally.
Right. So, the trick now is to be able to channel the energy without it channeling you.
Correct.
Okay. What is the best way to avoid that?
Ooh, tricky.
Like that one.
You use it in small and measured amounts to start off with.
Well, do you ever have that problem?
Sometimes. Especially when I'm after something I really desire,
Correct.
or someone I really desire.
Right. Now, there's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
How to spank yourself.
What you do is you don't use it when you really desire something until you can learn to control it and to remember to reason things out.
Feeling things out.
Yes, reason when you're coercing somebody. You reason out why you're coercing them and what line you wish to take them, and are your morals correct?
My moral?
Well, I use it as a, yes.
Well, this evening we were practicing the use of this force,
Mm-hmm.
coercion. The results were, to say the least, dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm afraid that use of this energy, because of its dramatic effects, can create uh best word I'm looking for here. Problems which could be permanent,
Mm-hmm.
such as attachments.
Yes. So presumably you're discussing some young lady that has a hot body.
Yeah, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, she's perfect for practicing because she's very malleable.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't want to work on a permanent attachment.
Mm-hmm.
How to practice without the attachment?
Look at your motives first of all. Look at your desires.
Third dimensional.
I didn't say that.
But at the same time, it's good practice, but tone it down.
Mm-hmm. Tone it down. Think about your motives. Oh, somebody's just showed up. Wait and see. Wait and see.
My patience takes,
Okay.
which is the whole problem with this entire situation we're discussing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Good example.
Perfect example.
Mm-hmm. Patient. Yes. Remember a saying that is very useful. Everything comes to he who waits. Okay. Use that when you start to coerce somebody. Think of that first of all.
Oh,
Patience comes to he or she who waits.
ah.
Okay. Now, I'm going to hand over briefly because the person who's just showed up says he can't stay too long. So,
Fair enough.
yes.
We'll be over at tea for a little while.
Okay, well, I'm going off for a walk, walking in warm woods, and I'm wearing my toga and
You're not traveling alone, I think.
sorry?
Not traveling alone.
No, just me and the train.
Ah,
Okay. Now, I might be back. We'll see.
have a lovely little hike.
Okay. Alright. Guess who?
Taal!
Yes,
How's it going?
we are well
Excellent.
and very happy.
Oh, I'm very happy to hear you.
Thank you.
Good.
I have a friend with me.
Oh, you young lady?
Yes,
All right.
she has been requested as my wing lady.
Very proper.
Yes.
Good.
And are
All right.
7 more days, then back to work.
Back to the grind. Wow.
No, not grind. Enjoy.
Well, that's the fun part.
Yes.
Down here, it's a grind. No, we enjoy our work.
Sorry, I have been imbibing.
Oh, that's all right. I'm glad you could make it over here.
Enjoying myself.
All right. Good to hear it.
Yes.
But so where to next for this next week?
Um, sunning myself.
Mm.
Maybe take trip home.
Mm.
2-day trip there, 2-day back. Take um girlfriend
All right.
with me.
Are your parents or your family back there?
Maybe. We are getting very close.
Excellent.
Not excellent
Oh,
because of command chain.
I see.
Yes, that is little problem. Maybe she do short tour with me and then assigned new wing leader.
Mhm.
Maybe that better.
Are you close telepathy wise?
Close everything.
Ah, well, maybe that might be advantageous to your missions.
Possibly.
Yeah, you have to kind of weigh the good with the bad and
Correct.
see what comes up. Good luck no matter what happens there.
Maybe little tolls.
Oh, that would be really good.
Yes, I can say things like because she talks with Kiri.
Oh, excellent.
Yes. So she is out of earshot.
Well, good. I'm looking forward to it to happen. I want to be to the bachelor party, I hope.
What is?
It's a party you have before you become bonded.
Ah,
Yeah.
like mess in flash.
Right, right. And all the guys get together and there's no one in there. And
Ah, yes, understand.
you all get drunk till you can't stand up anymore.
Yes. Like mess in flash.
Right, right. That's it.
Hmm.
Well, good. I'm hoping for the best here.
We will see. In past, we did discuss before she transferred to different base.
Mm.
She has done shorter tours due to the fact of leave of absence due to um, young daughters, babies.
Oh,
Um, that is why she now returns back to her home base, her base of origin.
mm.
Um, young daughters now attending um, educational facility to become pilots also.
Ah, wow. That's pretty important.
Um, daughters, not mine.
Still, it's something.
Yes. Well, I have to go now.
Thank you. Wish your lady my best. And
I will do so. We are going to the pool to relax
good.
before we start vacation part 2.
Well, have a wonderful time.
Yes, she will wear new swimsuit borrowed from Karra.
Oh, for my lady.
Yes, Karra offered swimsuit.
Oh, well, she's gonna look great, I'm sure.
Yes,
Maybe like Karra looks like.
little bigger in build.
Oh, Well, that should fill out just fine.
Yes. See you soon. Maybe.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to it. Have fun.